Bacchus and Orpheus parade on the 3 nights before Fat Tuesday with well over 100 super floats, marching bands, and over 4,000 members. And those 4,000 float riders throw more than 2 million cups, 3.5 million doubloons, and over 250 million beads. The economic impact on the New Orleans metro area tops the $1 billion mark each year. And the Kern artists design and build them all. Today, Blaine Kern Artists is run by Blaine's son, Barry, who handles the family businesses of float building, prop creation, and sculptures not only for floats, but casinos, museums, and venues all over the world.
This is going to be a new prop that we're making that's going to go on the front of one of the Mardi Gras floats coming up for this year's Mardi Gras celebration. We use sheets of styrofoam. We're actually changing what was a Hobbit's house. It's going to be changed into Shrek's house now. And we're going to build up the styrofoam. Once it's built, we paper mache it, and then add leaves, paint it, and then install it on the front of a float. And this will take about a week to produce, and once it's done, it gets put on the float and installed. And we have over 500 floats that we need to decorate each year that all need new props.
In the air when those big floats start rolling along the streets of New Orleans, uptown, downtown, even out of town, as carnival festivities grow wider and wider each year. Costuming is another part of the Mardi Gras mystique. Anybody can become anybody else for a day, or anything else for that matter. It's all part of participation. Back to the mid-1800s and honor a proud tradition of designing and sewing their own suits all year long. New Orleans masquerade balls date back to the 1750s, and carnival balls are still very much a part of Mardi Gras today. Bon temps roulette, let the good times roll.
I can tell there's going to be too much to even take in here at this parade museum. Woohoo! Restricted area. So these are made probably with styrofoam, then paper, and then painted. It's like a workshop. Paper mache, made of a mixture of flour, water, and wood glue to make a paste, and then use strips of brown craft paper and stuck on it. Cool. Hard to believe this is made of styrofoam, possibly clay, they said. And sometimes they add fiberglass if they make a lot of them. The painting station. First, it's painted white. Second, you have an all-over base coat with a spray gun. And then you either airbrush or use paintbrush. There are over 1,000 props here in this warehouse, and because the paper mache is easy to peel off, they can adapt them and peel that off and make something else similar but different for the next year. Okay, stacks of styrofoam, and in the video it said they might combine 4 or 6 or 8 till they get the thickness they want for a 3D image. This is so random. This place really overwhelms the senses. They say the day after Mardi Gras, they basically come back and start on next year's stuff. So it takes all year to get new props ready for the float. Styrofoam, very flexible, they said. I believe it. Wow. Cool, so big. This is a huge warehouse. Is this supposed to be Madonna? I have no idea. I don't understand some of the cultural references. Cool. That is one huge trombone. Is it a trombone? I believe so. Very cool. I like this one. It's my favorite so far. Some of these are really scary. Okay, these floats are bigger than I realized. Wow. In the video it said that everyone who's riding on a float is required to wear a mask. And I don't know, I find it rather scary. They look kind of creepy to me. This is the Maryland float. Very large. And another thing they have to do is throw stuff to the people on the streets. So they call them the throws. They got the mask, they got the throws. Then there's a king. There are two kings of the parade, King Zulu and King Rex. There's a trombone player again. Wow, I didn't realize he was on a float from the other side. That's awesome. Wow. Look at that. So big. It said they put a piece of wood in the bottom of the styrofoam to stabilize it. You probably don't want to read all that, so I'm going to tell you some. I had forgotten Harry Connick Jr. is from New Orleans, or New Orleans. The floats, it says, have a steel chassis and then there's wood on top of that, and then they're covered with stretch muslin fabric. And then the artists draw the designs on the muslin fabric, and then they paint it. And when the parade is over, they literally come back and strip it all down so they can start over again. They are pulled by tractors, and they have rubber tires, and they're double deckers. And I did not know this, but they come with bathrooms on top. And then on this one, you can see these hooks. These are to hook on seat belts because they are moving, and so everyone's required to wear a seat belt on the float. Double decker, and sometimes they have 2 bathrooms. They're made for 50 to 60 people. Wow, I just didn't know all of that. That's why I'm here. This is a really beautiful gold float. It looks kind of like a fun house. I like this one because of the color. I see they're all double decker, I guess. Most of them that I'm seeing. Cool. Stacks and stacks of styrofoam. Another double decker. This looks like gold foil that they've glued on. Just a little closer up look. This is the building where a robot was bought. You can see this robot in the background that will spray the styrofoam. And I'm sure it was very expensive, but I think it cuts as well. I like this guy. Artist at work. It's disorienting to see all of these pieces that are part of different themes. Fleur de lis. Oh, hello, giraffe.